Welcome everybody, I'm Zone, and basically 4 to 5 years ago, I ended up making a video with my dog Yeshua. One of the first videos I ever put on this channel, which was basically us talking about our worst rejections, which, to be honest, are all of them, but, whatever. We talked about some of them, and okay, whatever. Either way, point is, we talked about some of them, and besides that, we talked about our instances where we were too much of a bitch to ask out someone. So I thought that I would do both of those instances and do a brief overview, because, why not just embarrass myself about the parts where I got rejected and the parts where I was too much of a bitch to ask someone out. But either way. So, backtrack all the way to first grade, I ended up liking this girl named Leslie, and I'm like, wow, I really like this girl. Well, for some reason, I decided to tell my younger cousin, who was a year and a half younger than me, but she attended the school, and she knew Leslie. I didn't know that at the time, and I would come to regret that decision. And so, I told Nachi I like her. Well, needless to say, Nachi, being a younger kid, decided, hey, let me tell Leslie. Well, I decided to ask her, what did Leslie think? After, of course, I was mad. And I was like, oh, what did she think? Well, needless to say, Nachi said that she gave a reaction to it. Didn't say any words, just said a reaction. And for some reason, that reaction wasn't enough for me to click in my head that I shouldn't have done what I did next, but the reaction was something like this. Needless to say, I shouldn't have done what I did next, but I'm certified stupid, and that's been, well known for a long-ass time. But either way, so basically what ends up happening is, I go to Leslie, I'm like, hey, I heard that you know that I like you. So, yeah, do you like me? And basically she said, but you have cooties. Now me back then, I didn't know what the fuck cooties were, and so I was like, okay, so what? And so then she said, I would much rather get run over by a monster truck. So me back then, I didn't know what the fuck that meant. Now I'm gonna take that insult to the fucking grave, but me back then I didn't know what that was, and she just walked away, so... But either way, fast forward all the way to 4th grade, right? And at this rate, I had moved from Porcelana Elementary to Northport, which is funny enough, that's the only school that I never got rejected at, to Grove Park Elementary. I was there at Grove Park Elementary for the last half of the year of 4th grade, all the way to 5th grade, then to 6th grade, right? And while I was there, in the last half of 4th grade, which is when I arrived, I did my best to make a lot of friends. Well, I made friends with these two kids named Justin and Zach. Trust me when I say, they're important to this story. But either way, when I got there, I ended up making friends with these people named Justin and Zach. I made friends with a bunch of other people as well. Well, at the beginning of 5th grade, leading closer towards like October, November area, leading in towards, the Christmas vacation, I ended up having this huge crush on the... Fuck, tongue-tied, what the fuck? I ended up... fucking hell, what the fuck? I ended up having a crush on a girl. Jesus Christ, why the fuck was that so hard to say? Either way, I ended up having this crush on this girl. Her name was Shika, and I ended up having this huge crush on her, and we had like a couple classes together, and I was like, wow, this girl's really fucking chill. Well, I ended up making the very, very, very stupid mistake of telling this to my dogs, my niggas, the people that would never do me wrong or dirty in any kind of way, Justin and Zach. And when I'm telling them all these things of why I like this girl, why I like her for this reason, that reason, this reason, that reason, while I'm telling them all these things, they're taking it in, they're doing the little notes and shit, right? And Justin's like, okay, and he's taking all this shit in, right, and whatnot, and then this is when the fuckery starts. This is when the fuckery fucking starts, right? They start saying shit like, well, if she's all these really great things, what makes you think that she wants someone like you? Now me, for some reason, back then I didn't think like, wow, these people are fucking assholes, I should kick their ass. Instead I was like, you know what, you give a compelling point, that is right, that does give a compelling point. And so basically, these people for months on end, right? This led into around February and March. These people for months on end were just fueling me with a bunch of garbage. Basically saying like, you shouldn't like her because you're not good in this, you're not good in that. And for months and months and months, they just kept feeding me with bullshit, right? And so basically, I just was like, okay, you know what? They might be right. Let me try to like someone else and get rid of these feelings, right? Needless to say, that didn't work at all. And so I ended up trying to like one of these girls that I was really good friends with named Nina. And I tried to go for her, and a lot of people were hyping me up, being like, you got this, nigga, you got this, you know, the whole 9 yards, you know, the whole hype game shit. And so I'm like, oh, right, I got this shit, right? Nope. And so, me in my whole brashness trying to get rid of these feelings that I have for this girl, trying to force myself to like someone else, that ended very badly because I was just trying to like someone. I didn't take into account, oh, do they like me? And this ended up being very bad, let me tell you. So I ended up liking this girl, trying to like this girl named Nina, and I was like, alright, you know what, everyone thinks that she could like me. Everyone thinks we'd be a great couple. You know what? Why not? Let me fucking try it, right? Well, needless to say, when I tried to, you know, go ask her out, Zach somehow found out. Now the thing is that I learned my lesson from the last girl that I told him I liked. I made sure that I was going to tell him this one. Somehow he found out and ended up asking her out. I don't know exactly how he asked her out, but from what I heard, it was extremely embarrassing for me because of what he said. I still to this day do not know what he said, but apparently it's very embarrassing. And so he ended up asking her out for me, and she said no. And so I was going to leave it at that. I was going to apologize to her later because, you know, I was like, I'm gonna ask her out myself, but, you know, now he made me look like a fucking bitch. Well, then, you know, my friend Kenneth, you know, he was trying to be nice. He asked her for me, after Zach did, and needless to say, 2 people asking her out on the same day, and then me trying to apologize for it and say it's not what it looks like. Needless to say, we didn't stay friends for very long after that, that's for sure. So then I was like, fuck. As soon as the next year started, because this happened all at the end of the 5th grade year, as the next year starts, I'm like, shit, I gotta get rid of these fucking, you know, feelings, this crush that I have still, because it's not going fucking away. And these people keep trying to, like, say I have no shot, right? So I try to like another girl, right? Another girl that me and her were, like, decent friends, right? This girl named Lexi. We were okay friends. We were in, like, you know, like me and Nina. Me and Nina were, like, good friends. Me and this girl were, like, okay friends. So we're like, alright, let me try for her, right? That ended badly too. And so I tried to, you know, like this girl named Lexi, and basically it ended up being even fucking worse than the Nina situation, because Zach decided, hey, I don't know how he found this out, like, this dude needs to be a fucking detective, because I didn't tell him I liked this girl. Actually, I didn't tell anyone that I liked this girl. And what he ended up doing was, while we were on the track, I ended up talking to some more great detail in a video, but the point is, while we were on the track, he decided to shout out to the entire track that I liked her, while I was about 10 feet behind her about to ask her myself. Needless to say, after he did that about a couple more times, I lost another good friend, that's for sure. And so, it kind of sucked, and then, you know, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm screwed. I'm gonna just say fuck it. Let me leave this school with the fact that I have a crush on this girl, which didn't end up any better because then I found out that the whole reason why Justin was hyping me down saying that you don't have a shot is because he wanted his shot at her. So, the fuckery only continues after that, let me tell you. So after I leave, you know, Grove Park and I like lose contact with a lot of people, I go to Lake Shore, right? Lake Shore Middle School. And so I go there and whatnot, and then in 8th grade year, right? In 8th grade year, not 7th grade, because 7th grade, I had a girlfriend, and that didn't end well. But either way, in 8th grade year, I ended up, you know, liking this girl named Anna, and I'm like, oh, right, you know, me and Anna are, like, really good friends, right? Really good, I can feel this working, like, I can feel this, I can feel it, you know, it'll work, right? No, the fuck it did not. And so I go to Anna, I'm like, hey, you know, and I, you know, do the whole spiel. I don't know exactly what I said, but basically I said, like, I have feelings for her, right? And basically, yeah, that's called a friend zone that I got. That's definitely a friend zone of what I got, that's for sure. I got hardcore friend zone. I don't even remember the exact details. I just know I got friend zone. I just said, fuck it. I'm not liking anyone else from Lakeshore. I'm almost out anyways. Fuck this bullshit. And then I led into, you know, me being a bitch phase, right? So if the whole me screwing things up with the girl that I had a crush on for 3 years at Grove Park, if the fact that, you know, me being a bitch then didn't teach me a lesson, oh, what taught me a lesson was definitely my high school years. And so basically I ended up liking 2 girls in the year of my freshman year, right? Natasha and Maya. I liked them a lot. Like, these girls were amazing. They were my best friends. They were chill. They were great, right? Well, what ended up happening is that when I confessed my feelings to them, oh man, the kind of rejection I got is next level, let me tell you. So basically, the first girl that I ended up liking between the two was Natasha. So I ended up telling her, hey, I like you. I told her my feelings and whatnot, and basically she said, if I would have asked her about 2 to 3 months prior to me confessing my feelings, I would have had a shot because she liked me too. The reason why she said that 3 months prior was because apparently within those 3 months, she was starting to gain interest for what would soon be her next boyfriend. And I was like, fuck, I screwed myself over because I was too much of a bitch. And now, this is probably my worst rejection to date, let me tell you. So basically what ended up happening is that after that I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. I ended up having feelings for this girl named Maya. Me and her were really chill friends, we were best friends and whatnot, so I ended up asking her, how she felt about me. Well, she said the same spiel, right? She ended up liking someone. If I would have came sooner, it would have gone, over better. And I was like, okay, alright. You know what? I just got shit luck. You think the shit luck is just that bad? Let me tell you how bad this shit luck is. So she told me who she's interested in. And I'm not joking when I say that she said that the person she's interested in, like she started giving the details or whatever of this person, in terms of looks, personality, how they joke, how they talk, everything. I'm like, I legit thought this was me. And so I said, like, this person sounds like me. And she's like, when you think about it, yeah, he does sound like you. The only difference is that you're funnier and you're skinnier. I got beaten out by someone that's literally just like me, except I'm funnier and I'm skinnier. That's probably the worst rejection to date, let me tell you. Hey, you know what? You like me, I liked you, but sorry, you were a little too late. You got beaten by someone that's basically fucking you, but not you. But either way, after that, I was like, fuck, you know what? I'm just so fucking fucked, I just keep getting shit luck. Then, we fast forward, right? We fast forward to, actually, funny enough, this year, right? And so this year comes along, right? And this was the whole year of me trying to move on from my past relationship, right? And so I tried to move on with 2 different people. Not at the same time, no. I'm talking about at different times, let me tell you. And so I ended up liking this girl. I met her at college, right? She was pretty chill, We were talking and whatnot, and we were like, alright. We ended up going to Starbucks a couple of times, right, for our dates or whatever, and we were chill, right? We were like, alright, this is good. There's a reason why I'm not including her name, let me tell you, because this gets interesting. And so we go to these dates, and I'm like, wow, this girl's funny. We're cracking jokes or whatever. I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling this. This seems really chill. These dates are not that bad. Well, on the second date, this is when I got mad. Because what ended up happening is that she knew what I was looking for. I'm looking for, more of a, relationship. Well, what she ended up telling me was, that, she was married. Needless to say, I was like, then why are you going on dates? Why didn't you tell me about this? Why wasn't I made aware of this, right? Basically, what she told me was that she was in a polyamorous relationship. Which basically means that she can date whoever she wants, and her husband can do the same thing, as long as they both come to each other back at the, end of the night, they're fine. Meaning that she can have side boyfriends and he can have side girlfriends and they can all chill together. And I was like, I'm not about that, my G. And then she tried to sweeten it over and be like, hey, it's like friends with benefits, but also dates. And I'm like, I'm sorry, like, it might be a polyamorous relationship, but, like, I ain't about, like, messing with any married man's woman. Like, I don't care if it's polyamorous or not. Like, I'm sorry, I'm good. We stayed friends after that, that's for sure, because we didn't become a relationship. But, like, I couldn't do that, that's for sure. I was like, no, I'm good. And then we lead into the latest rejection. This was bad. So basically what ended up happening is that there was a girl that I ended up liking for, quite some time. I had a crush on her or whatever, and she ended up liking me for some time too. But this was back in the day. When I was in high school and I was taken, this girl liked me. This girl named Miranda. She ended up liking me back in the day when I was taken by, my ex. And so, when I was, single, I was like, okay, I started talking with her or whatnot after the whole Sam thing didn't go anywhere, and I started talking with her, and it seemed like, things were going well and whatnot, and I was like, alright, I can feel this is going well. And so basically, one day, I decide, hey, you know what, one of her favorite Disney characters is Dumbo. Let me ask her out to go to watch Dumbo. And I asked her out. I made sure that this is clear as fuck, that this is a date. Like, I make it clear as fuck. Like, I said, do you want to go out on a date with me to go watch Dumbo? Make it clear as fuck. And I'm making sure that I'm saying this to you guys in this way, because there's a very specific reason, let me tell you. And so basically, I'm like, hey, do you want to go on a date with me to watch Dumbo? And, I started talking to her about it and whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I do have feelings for you. And she said yes, right? She said yes to the date. And I was like, alright, this is pretty fucking chill, And so, I go over to her place, we watch the OG Dumbo. Pretty good film, not gonna count. That's the first time I ever watched it. And then we go to the movies and watch the new Dumbo. However, the entire time that we're going to go watch this new movie, right, she's making references to whether or not this is a date or not. And keep in mind, she said, yes, I'll go on this date, or whatever, right? And so while we're at different points, she says conflicting things, like, this is a date, or this isn't a date, right? Like, for instance, when we go to that ticket booth, she claims that it's not a date. She says, you don't have to pay for my ticket, because it's not a date. But then in other instances, when we both talk about it being a date, she confirms it's a date. So needless to say, I was confused. And I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. At the end of the day, I just kind of was like, was I tricked? Was this, like, misinformation? Like, because I made it pretty clear that this was supposed to be a date. And she said, yes, I will go on this date. And so I was kind of confused. And I was like, okay, what the fuck? And so, basically, after this, whatever the fuck that was, after it was done, we still were talking, at least on a little bit. We were flirty a bit. We weren't, like, hardcore flirty like we were back when. But, we were flirty and whatever, but not, like, hardcore. It was just, like, playful and shit. And so, I ended up finding out, oh, she likes someone else. So why is she flirting with me and going on dates with me? And making it all confusing for me. Needless to say, I just kind of said fuck that situation because I was confused as fuck. Like, I still don't know what the fuck happened there. Like, I still don't. And I kind of just left it as is and just said fuck it. Like, that's too confusing for me to understand, apparently. I'll just leave it over there. Like, I ain't touching that shit. So, I kind of just left it as that. And to this day, that is the last rejection I've gotten. Because I don't even know what the fuck to consider that. I don't know if that's a rejection or not. Like, I really don't know. But either way, yeah, it kind of sucks. It's kind of funny when you get rejected, because when you get rejected, it's like, okay, you get rejected for this and that reason. It's like, okay, that's chill. But then it kind of sucks when you're very interested in these girls, and you're too much of a bitch to ask them out, and then you find out later on, like, oh, you probably had a chance with them, and it's like, really? Because that's apparently what happened with at least 2 of them. So I was like, okay, that sucks. But either way, so with that, guys, I'm gonna one of the video to close. Don't forget to like this video if you did. Don't share this one of it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I fucked the whole ending. Fuck this. I already talked about rejections. I fucked the whole ending. Just peace, guys. Bye.